Hi friends, welcome to the game Chanakya's Chakravyuh. In this particular game, four of us have got together to bring out a new idea. Shri Jayesh Chauhan, Shri Rajiv Shah, Anurag Gupta and myself Radha.flv. When we were actually thinking about this game, one very important question came to our minds. What is wealth? Wealth is a subject that has been explored by many of us from different dimensions. Some people say, if I have a Mercedes, I'll feel wealthy. Some people say, if I have a lot of cash in the bank, then I feel very wealthy. While some others say, wealth is something if I'm able to earn and spend lots of time with my family, then I feel wealthy. In short, actually, wealth is a state of mind. And this is something that every one of us always keeps thinking about. Wealth, money, finances, economics. Let me tell you a story to illustrate how wealth is a very important part of a society and how it can make or break some people. One day in a school there was a young boy who used to always travel by a Mercedes. And there was another young boy who was his colleague in the same school. So this young boy always used to travel by Mercedes with a chauffeur-driven car, dropped at the school, and again in the evening picked up by the same driver. So the other friend used to always feel, wow, this boy is a very rich boy. So after the school days, once after 10 years, they met again, surprisingly in a railway station. Now the second boy suddenly saw this first boy who used to come by Mercedes in the school in a railway station, and he went to him and said, "Hi, how are you?" And he was very surprised to see him on the railway station and asked, "What happened? You used to travel by Mercedes Benz and today you're traveling by local train. By what happened?" And the first boy said, "You know what? The money that we had or the car that we had actually was belonging to my father's company. My father used to work in a very big company where they were provided with a very big car, a very good salary. But the day he retired, everything was taken back. And we had to settle in a small place in the outskirts of the city and have to travel like a common man in the train." So if you think very deeply, what went wrong? Did they earn money? Of course they did. But their lifestyle had to change post-retirement. And this is where most of us, even though we may get money, we may be surrounded by money and luxuries, we may not be able to continue the wealth that we have seen. And the reason for that is financial education. Being surrounded by wealth necessarily doesn't make you wealthy. It is a knowledge and the understanding of wealth that makes you wealthy. Actually, it's a mindset. Through this particular game, we have done almost 10 years of research. Combined, all of us have been thinking about it. And we have developed a game where we are going to educate people on not only being surrounded by wealth, but actually continue the wealth that you have got, maintain it and let it grow. So friends, once again, welcome to the game Chanakya's Chakravyuh, whose ultimate objective is to understand wealth, to manage wealth, and of course, grow and maintain wealth. Welcome once again. Breaking the limiting belief and increasing the confidence that I can be rich. Many of us have seen movies where there is a poor man fighting with a rich man who is generally portrayed as a villain and who wants to take away all his wealth and show that the rich men have to distribute wealth to the poor people. And this wealthy man has been called as filthy rich by actually making the poor people suffer. So the wealthy have been considered as bad. And we have heard lots of stories about it. And on the other side, the poor man is considered a hero. Many times we have a belief that poverty is a virtue, that being poor is good. Garibi mein sukh hai. But friends, think about it. Is it true? Actually, Kautilya or Chanakya, in his Artha Shastra, the book written about wealth, tells that money, wealth is very, very important. In fact, there is a sutra which says Dharmasya Moolam Arthaha, which means for the cause of good work also you require money. Dharmasya, for righteous work. Friends, each one of us has the ability to become rich and legally rich. It is not necessary that the rich have earned money only through illegal methods. We can be legal, legitimate, and still make lots of money. In real sense, our great rishis, our masters, our saints and sages in this great Indian culture have always promoted the fact that we all should be rich, internally and externally. And for doing that, we require strong spiritual values. For any particular society to sustain, to grow, and to expand, money and wealth is important. So friends, through this particular game, we are trying to actually teach the right means of earning lots of wealth. Chanakya's Chakravyu. Sabotaging yourself. Friends, when we look around, we find it's a very competitive world. People are competing with each other. Some of them are competing to get into IIT and IIMs, while others are competing with the business rivals to earn better market share. While there are people who are competing with the neighbor and saying that I want a better car. Now in this whole world of competition, what we forget is that we have the ability to do and make ourselves better and be wealthier without comparison and without competition. In fact, this game actually teaches us that. And each person has the ability to become wealthy by having better skills, knowledge, and implementation. And of course, hard work. If we can change our thinking and develop certain different kind of a mindset, we all of us can become wealthy. And in this particular game, we have gone one step ahead. We have not only said these are the values that you require to earn wealth, but we actually develop systems through which you will change the mindset. So in this particular game, we are going to actually make sure that the mindset towards wealth changes from the thinking of I can never be wealthy to I can be wealthy, and finally I am wealthy. Welcome to the method of coming out of this Chakravyu and become wealthy. Power of financial statements. Many of us become very uncomfortable reading financial statements like the balance sheet. And we say, no, this is not for me. All the financial statements are actually run and read by my chartered accountants and all the financial wizards. This is not my cup of tea. And when we actually think about a lot of financial statements, we think that this has been developed by the West. For example, the double entry system, also known as the mercantile system, was created by Italy some 400 years back, which we follow. But the truth is that in the Chanakya's or Kautilya's Arthashastra, there is a double entry system which was created 2300 years ago. Friends, while we play this particular game, we start understanding the power of financial statements and how do we actually read financial statements like the balance sheet. In this particular game, each person makes his own balance sheets, and more important, you become very comfortable with numbers and you develop the confidence that this is not something to be read by somebody else but something to be understood by me. So friends, this game makes you understand the power and the comfort of financial statements. Developing risk-taking ability and decision making. The game has been inspired by the great sage Chanakya. In his book, The Kautilya's Arthashastra, we see a lot of financial strategies. Now, a Shastra is not just a book, it is very different. Our great saints have told that Shastra gives us freedom. In the same way, Arthashastra gives us freedom from poverty. It gives us freedom and makes us understand wealth and its various dimensions. Friends, when we are in the field of wealth, we don't understand a lot of basics like risk and return. Many of us would like to take low risk and want high return. But as you play the game, we come to know that they are interconnected. In fact, we understand a lot of principles as we play this particular game, and we also become wise and more educated through the methods given by Chanakya in the Arthashastra. In this game, we find that each of us is actually playing with situations that come in our real life. So real life situations. And this game is not just a play, but it is a real life experience at a personal level. And we get a lot of financial insights as we are playing this particular game. Identifying opportunity when everybody else sees a problem. When Alexander came to India to conquer India, actually it was a major problem for the nation. But Chanakya himself saw an opportunity to connect people together and get a great freedom and build a nation called India. In the same way, in the game Chanakya's Chakravyu, we actually see that most of the people who play the game initially start finding problems around. At the same time, the game teaches you the same problems actually are opportunities. If you take the right opportunity, you build your wealth. You go up and become financially free. The game actually gives us the ability to see an opportunity in every difficulty. Play the game and become financially free.